Welcome to the Inova Peterson Life with Cancer YouTube channel. Today we're going to cover a beginner workout for bone density, focusing on lower body movements. Before we start, we're going to start out with some breathing, because paying attention to our breathing is essential to have a good workout. Get into a nice comfortable stance with both of your feet. Place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. You're going to take a deep breath in. Your chest should rise second to your diaphragm. Okay? Let's just spend a minute here. Once you find a rhythm with your breathing, pay attention to your breathing as you work out. Try to come back and gather your breath throughout the workout. Let's get started. Starting out with marches. We're going to go for 1 minute, 4 different moves for our warm-up. Great to warm up the hip flexors, your abs, your core, as well as getting your heart rate up. Widen your stance, go to punches. Cross body, uppercut, straight jabs, mix up how you punch. Butt kicks. You go slow, or you can speed it up and jump a little bit into your butt kicks. Feel free to do either one. the skiers. Alternate between both feet and swing your hands side to side as if you were skiing downhill. You're bending a little bit at the hip and waist. For the workout, you'll need to start with a dumbbell and a chair. We're going to work on some box squats. Box squats are really good to provide some relief at the bottom of a squat so you can start to build the foundational strength of your squat. You're going to get your dumbbells or a water bottle or water jug, whatever weights you have at home, and place your palm underneath it like so to get a nice good grip. You're going to sit down, nice upright chest, bring your butt directly down. We're going to do 12 to 15 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great. We're going to rest for 30 seconds before our next set. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. Point your toes out a little bit. As you come down, you want to make sure that your butt doesn't go back out as you squat down, but just tries to go directly straight down as if you're going to sit down on that chair. Gather your breath, and we're going to do a second set. All right, set number 2. All right, now that you've done your second set, take another 30 seconds to rest, and grab the dumbbell and do our next exercise. We'll try it this time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Hopefully that felt okay. You're welcome to practice without the weight, just focusing on your breathing. The next exercise we're going to do is the lunge. So for our lunge, we're going to just do a static version where we get one leg back and one leg forward. So slightly bend that back knee, and we're going to just pulse down, come up, like so. We really want to use our legs to do this movement. It's going to be, you might find yourself kind of swinging down like so with your upper body, but you want to just try to descend down using your legs. Maybe 12 to 15 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Shake it out. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Take a quick 30-second break. This one will make you burn. Go all the way down. Just find a depth that's comfortable to you and build up over time. So if you're here, you're only pulsing down very little, that's okay. It doesn't need to be drastic. Here we go, set number 2. Start with the same front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job. You got 30 seconds rest. And now our next exercise is a one-legged balance. So for the one-legged balance, you're welcome to have a chair by your side for support. You're just going to use it as you need until you kind of build a tolerance for your foot or just the balance aspect of the exercise. All right, here we go. We're going to balance for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. We're staying on one side. Seconds left. Shake it out. We're going to go to our left side or your right side, depending on which side you did first. All right, here we go. You're welcome to use that chair again if you need to. Again, depending on your foot tolerance and your balance, you might need to use that chair support. As you build up over time, your foot strength over time will be easier. Seconds left. Cool. You can start to cool down from the balance now, and we're gonna go into a rebounding exercise. So all this will be is you're gonna get up on your tippy toes and bounce down. This impact has been shown to be really good for bone density, and so that's what we're gonna do. It's a little bit like a calf raise, a little bit like a jumping, like you're jumping in place, but that rebound effect has been shown to be super helpful for bone density, and we're gonna do that for about a minute here. So get on your tippy toes and just make some noise on the ground. Take a little bit of a break. You don't need to go super fast or too slow. This one has a really nice grounding effect. So just find a nice little view you can look at. Here we're looking at some trees out in the Life with Cancer Center, and it's just really nice. So no particular speed, just find a rhythm that works for you. We'll do this for our second round now. Go. Exercise is the glute bridge. So we'll need a yoga mat. We'll go down to the floor. You're going to place your feet and heels right where your hands would fall, maybe a little bit further or closer, depending on comfort. If you find that being too close kind of doesn't give enough room to your back, you can go down lower. But if you go too far, it might be a little bit of a hard exercise to get your butt up off the floor. So put your hands down and bridge up, and give it a nice squeeze at the top, your bottom, your whole leg. So your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Get a nice squeeze at the top and down. We'll do 15 reps, just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do one more set, and then we'll begin our cool down. Again, just focus on your breathing as much as you can. Try to draw your navel in to stabilize your spine, and really squeeze your legs as hard as you can when you're at the top. Last set. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hopefully I counted all those correctly. And now let's begin our cool down. Did a lower body focus today, so we're going to do lower body stretches. We're going to start out with our hip flexor, which is responsible for picking up our legs. And it gets really tight after a lot of sitting and some of the moves that we did today. So we're going to get one leg forward, one leg back. You're going to kind of tuck in your pelvis as if you're tucking your pelvis underneath you. Kind of hold the bowl of water. And then from this position, you're going to push your hip forward a little. And that should feel a little stretch in your hip flexor from this. We're going to hold this for about 15 to 25 seconds, and then we'll switch sides. Bend the knee if that helps you get more depth, or keep the front leg straight. If you feel like you're more stable with the front leg straight, then you can keep it this way. Just keep pushing that back hip forward. And you might have to bend the knee so you get a little bit deeper of a stretch. And switch sides. Next stretch is a quad stretch. So use your chair and you can just put your leg up on it. And this will give you a light stretch on the top part of your knee, the quadricep. If you want to make it deeper, you can kind of bend down a little bit or even get down on the floor. So by getting your knee on the floor, you're going to get a deeper quad stretch. But this might be difficult. If you have a lower chair, that might work. You can also just grab your quad if you can. I understand some of us might have difficulty doing that. So this is a variation that you can do. You might need to get a lower chair to do this stretch properly. So you have a few options. I'll show you a laying down variation. So you can lay down on the floor. Like so. And then just grab that leg and just kick it back and grab maybe the heel part of your shoe. And you should feel a little bit of a stretch. You can also use a yoga rope and tie it around your ankle and pull it, and that can give you a similar stretch if you're still struggling to reach your leg. Sides. Next stretch is an adductor stretch. So we're going to stretch that inside part of our groin, and you're going to bring your leg up on a chair, and this will stretch out the inside part of your leg. If you don't like getting your leg up on a chair like this, you can just split your leg like so and bend onto one side, and that'll stretch your groin as well. So you have two options for an adductor stretch. Switch whenever you feel comfortable and ready to get to the other side. Again, you can put this leg on top of the chair as well to reduce the effort you have to put a little bit into the stretch. Last but not least, we're going to do a combined hamstring and calf stretch. So you're going to bring one leg forward like so. Keep this front leg straight and then try to touch your toe. You might only come down to your shin, like right now I'm not able to go much further. Slowly try to work down. It is good to try to keep your back relatively neutral as you do this, as opposed to just round out. You'll feel the stretch actually even more if you try to keep your back nice and neutral. All right, thank you for joining our workout today, and we'll see you next week for an upper body focus. Have a good day.